Hey guys, welcome to the stream. If you guys can hear me, please let me know in the Periscope chat and the YouTube chat. I would appreciate it very much. I see we have like almost 30 people on Periscope here. Let's see what we got on YouTube. And we're gonna get going pretty quickly here. We got a lot to cover tonight, so you guys can hear me, please let me know in the chats. YouTube's good. Periscope, what about you guys? How are you looking on Twitter here, folks? Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I have a few things set up here. I'm gonna set them up real quick. So Periscope, shoot me some messages. Let me know that you can hear me. And we will get started here. Let me pull up some stuff here. All right. I've got confirmation from Periscope that you guys can hear me. So I know that seems like a boomer thing to do, but I have talked for a few minutes before and no one's heard me. So looks like we are good. So welcome to the Comfy Stream, guys. It has officially been over a month since I started doing these, and it's called Comfy Stream because usually we don't talk about anything uncomfortable. We're not going to talk about anything uncomfortable tonight except other people being really embarrassing. But that could be kind of funny. So if you guys have any questions while I wait for people here for a little bit, I'm just going to jump right in. As always, everything that's recorded here will be available on my YouTube channel. So if you jump in, you just jumped in halfway, you're not sure what's going on, or if you have to pop out early, we will have this on my YouTube channel as soon as YouTube renders it. These streams have usually gone for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it takes a while to render, but usually by midnight, the night that I stream, it's up on my YouTube channel for you guys to rewatch. So, hope y'all are having a good night. We have a few topics that I want to get to tonight, so I'm just going to jump in because I only stream for like 2 hours max, and I have a lot to get through. So, as many of you know, we have experienced another Twitter ban hammer that has made us all sad and confused. And that is our boy Zuby has been banned from Twitter. He is now banned for saying okay dude. And as hilarious as it is from the outside looking in, there are some kind of disturbing implications with this ban. And I know you're thinking, listen, Mac, people get banned all the time from Twitter. It's, you know, it happens. It's happened to me personally on my Twitter too. I get that. But the circumstances in which this has happened and who has proudly kicked Zuby off of Twitter are pretty interesting. So we're going to go over who exactly this individual is that got Zuby kicked off Twitter, and some some implications that are behind that I know a lot of us already know about, but it's going to be pretty interesting to go through it. So if you're watching this right now, feel free to retweet the video with hashtag FreeZuby. Let's maybe get him unbanned early. I highly doubt that, but you know, he's gonna be back. This isn't a permanent ban, I've been informed. He actually got on his Instagram and said, guys, don't worry, it's not a permanent ban. He's not suspended per se. So that's why if you go to his Twitter is still up, but he is serving a ban. I don't know how long the ban is, but presumably he will be back unless this individual that reported him decides to keep coming after him. So, if you guys aren't familiar with who Zuby is, I feel like if you follow me on Twitter and you're watching this, you probably already know. Zuby's a musician, he's a content creator, he's got a podcast called Real Talk with Zuby that I've actually been on. It was a great conversation that we had last year, and he is probably one of the most positive people here on Twitter. I'm gonna go out on a limb, like, he has political commentary, but as you guys know, I push people's buttons sometimes, and Zuby will joke with people, but he's always tweeting out positive, motivational stuff. If you've heard his music, he's also a musician. It's very motivational kind of stuff. So for him to get targeted, I think that's why it shocked everybody. Dave Rubin's tweeted about it. A bunch of people with blue checks that have also been suspended for silly things and been reinstated have tweeted about this. So I feel like everybody's a little shocked, but when you look at who got him banned, you will suddenly not be confused anymore of exactly what is going on here. So I'm going to get into who this person is that got Zuby banned from Twitter. So if you're wondering how we even really found out, Ed Lattimore, somebody here on Twitter, tweeted out this picture. I'll be putting it up on the screen here in a second. And Emily here, who Emily calls themselves the pronoun enforcer. So, you know, I try not to make judgments about people, but when your bold name is that, kind of says it all. So Emily here proudly posted, LOL misogynist down, pronouns enforced. So a little background on this Emily individual. As you can see, they replied to their own tweet hours later because they got ratioed. You see that nice, beautiful 3,000 replies to 1,700 likes, which is encouraging. You see that they are proud of banning people, and that in fact they're excited because now they get to get all these other people banned as well, because they also responded okay dude to this person, and so they were very, very excited that that they could get this person banned. And this person's bio is pretty interesting. It's, you know, pretty much what you would expect from somebody like this that's proud of getting a person banned on Twitter. You know, they got Zuby banned on Twitter for saying okay dude, but they have the B word there in their bio. And if you also noticed, they are the creator of firstvigil.com, and they actually link their website in their bio as well. So, you know, I'm curious. I don't just kind of dismiss this as a, oh, well, you know, it happens. People who, you know, believe in these sorts of things and reporting people and censoring them. this is just what they do, but I wanted to look into it a little more. So I went to Emily's website that you see linked there, and you can do that as well, and read their bio. I don't know what, that's the thing, like this person is a pronoun enforcer, but they don't have pronouns in their bio. And usually, you know, the old joke is, oh, pronouns in bio. But this person doesn't even have their pronouns in their bio. So it's clear that their entire existence on Twitter is just trying to bait people into getting reported. And actually, after the fact, after all this went down, about, let's see, it's probably 5 hours ago from when this screenshot was taken, they actually posted, and they did go ahead and report as many replies as they could to twitter.com, and I believe all this is still up on their Twitter. You can go look. This person, all they do is sit on Twitter and report people. And so like I said, I'm like, okay, that's really weird. I'm looking around their profile, and then even more interesting than the fact that they love to report people, because sure, there's a bunch of people like that on Twitter, right? Not a big deal. I went ahead and looked at who follows this person on Twitter. Well, what do you know? So a few of my followers get a small shout out here. Ford Fisher, he's a great multimedia journalist. My friend Marcel here follows Emily. But, wow, what do you know? Twitter verified follows, which isn't weird. If you're a verified Twitter, that Twitter verified follows you. But the CEO of Twitter follows this person that is proudly reporting Zuby and hundreds of other people. Now, what's of course not surprising is this person is followed by the CEO of Twitter, regularly retweets Antifa things, and not only do they retweet what someone considered to be a violent group while claiming to combat extremism, which they say on their website, you can go check it out, they call themselves an activist, because these people always do. They also retweet Antifa, and you saw in their bio they say that they're from Germany, but really if you go to their website and they're about me, this person is from Charlottesville. And if you guys know anything about Charlottesville, or should I say if you dudes know anything about Charlottesville, that is where this whole right-wing extremism is on the rise because of Charlottesville, and we have to stamp it out kind of started. And Emily actually claims that this is how they first became inspired to fight right-wing extremism and hate and right-wing hate groups. So I thought it was pretty interesting that this person, Emily, is followed by the CEO of Twitter, when in fact Emily's tweet where they're bragging about getting Zuby banned and bragging about getting other people banned is actually under Twitter's own terms of service considered targeted harassment. If you screen cap things and say to report people or proudly say that you've reported people, it is in fact considered, the last time I checked, targeted harassment under Twitter's terms of service. So Jack is following someone on Twitter who has blatantly broke the terms of service, and nothing is being done, and the person that they reported is just being banned. So I don't want to say this is sanctioned by Twitter, but I just find it a little weird that the CEO of Twitter is randomly following a person who is combating right-wing hatred and banning people like Zuby, who's one of the most positive people on Twitter, for saying dude. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I tweeted this out, dude is a gender neutral term. I don't care what you identify as, who you are, where you're from. I say dude on Twitter, and to me that's where Zuby was coming from. It wasn't malicious, it wasn't a purposeful misgendering of this person, but this person's entire Twitter account is dedicated to enforcing pronouns, so they took that opportunity, which, by the way, The tweet that Zuby responded to, saying, "Okay, dude," actually was Emily bragging that they probably sleep with more women than Zuby does. Which is a very weird thing to say to anybody. And then Zuby quote tweeted Emily and said, "Okay, dude," like, whatever. Okay, dude, whatever, you know. And they reported Zuby. So they were being antagonistic, and Zuby just kind of blew it off with an "okay, dude," and he gets banned from Twitter. So this is the world we live in, clown world. Welcome. Enjoy your stay, your short stay before we all get coronavirus. And yeah, this is where we're at. So I'm gonna read through the chat and let's see your guys' thoughts on this, and then we'll go ahead and move to the next topic. It is just insane to me that, you know, it's not this isn't expected. It happens all the time. Several people have been banned off Twitter for using the wrong pronouns, but the fact that the CEO of Twitter is following somebody that quite clearly uses their verified Twitter account to bait people into misgendering them, in my opinion, they were baiting Zuby into misgendering them, and then to report them is quite honestly disgusting. And as someone pointed out in the YouTube chat, Jack says that Twitter's a neutral platform. Yeah, sure. Sure it is. Sure. Yeah, I believe that. So, that's where we're at with that. Yeah, apparently women cannot identify as dude. So, I don't know, maybe I should put my pronouns in my bio as dude. I don't know. So, that's where we're at. Jack is following a person who regularly retweets Antifa and claims to be against right-wing extremism that is targeting and baiting people into misgendering them so that they can then report them to Twitter, and their tweets are immediately taken down. So, my friends, the next time you're in a conversation on Twitter, I would encourage you, before you respond, to go take a little look-see at that person's Twitter to make sure that you're not being baited into saying something that could potentially get you banned. I'm not saying don't say what you want to say. I'm just saying if you don't want to be banned, make sure that the person isn't baiting you into that situation, because clearly that is what's going on, in my opinion. So, I see some new people are joining. So, hello, hope you guys are having a good night. Somebody in the Periscope chat said, "Bro-noun." Yeah, dude, come on, it's a bro-noun. We're bros. Okay, dude, like, I don't find it that offensive, but, you know, that's where we're at. So, I'm going to answer a few questions in the chat, and then we'll move on to the next topic. I'm going to set up my next screen here, my next topic for you guys, while I answer your questions here and read your thoughts. Yeah, obviously this isn't surprising. I'm not here to say, "Oh, I can't believe Zuby was banned." You know, when they came for a certain conspiracy platform that we all know and love, I'm not going to say it because I'm, you know who I'm talking about. First they came for him, and now they come for people like Zuby, who go out of their way to be positive on Twitter. Those are the kind of people that are being banned now. So, yeah, there's not really much else to say on that. So, somebody in YouTube chat said, "It must be exhausting for these people to be perpetually offended by everything." Here's the thing, I don't believe that sometimes these people are even offended. I think that they know that they are a protected class on Twitter, and that they can report anyone they want and it will be taken down, especially if you're being followed by the CEO of Twitter. And I think that Twitter is not only incentivizing it, I think they support it. Quite frankly, I'm just going to come out and say it. I think Twitter not only incentivizes this behavior, I think it is a purposeful thing. And this is what Twitter wants. Somebody on Periscope is asking me what my thoughts are on the Vaush, is that how you say his stupid commie name, versus Molyneux debate. I told people this last stream, I haven't been watching Molyneux's debates. I don't really care. I know Vaush is a pompous asshole, in my opinion, and I'm not interested in hearing him speak. I've watched some of his videos. I've watched him debate with other people and attack other people, and I'm not interested in just watching him circle jerk in front of Molyneux with all of his followers, because he immediately uploaded a clip after the debate saying, "I won, isn't it? Didn't I destroy him? Oh my gosh." Like, he's so full of himself. Which is funny because, like, I feel like that would be one of his criticisms of Molyneux, and he's the same way. So it's funny how that works, isn't it? So no, I haven't been keeping up with that. Yeah, so what do we want to talk about next? Well, Caitlin Bennett's in my YouTube chat, so I guess we're going to talk about, I don't know if she's seen this, but we're going to talk about the cosplayer. And some of you people are probably like, Mackenzie, what are you talking about? So for those of you who don't know, if you're a follower, you probably know, I cosplay. It's costuming, it's whatever. It's basically dressing up as characters and, you know, cosplaying them. So, let me pull this up on the screen here. Give me 1 minute here. You guys are going to laugh. Hopefully. I hope you guys, if you guys think this is peak comedy like this person did, let's just say I'm going to be very, very disappointed in you. Not that you care about me being disappointed in you, but all right, let's get this pulled up here. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I did tweet this out last night because I was just gonna wait to talk about it on my stream, but I kind of wanted to get you guys a little hype because it was so funny. There is this cosplayer, someone that does costuming, for anybody that doesn't know, that did this cosplay of Caitlin Bennett. And she just was like, thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And she just really needed to share it with us all. And this is the cosplay that I'm talking about. Now, this is iPeachy Sweet is her Instagram. She blocked me on Instagram after I commented on this photo. But apparently, Caitlin now has leftists so angry. Now, to be fair, I will say that this cosplayer did clarify on her post that she definitely is not a liberal. And she doesn't like politics. But she's cosplaying Caitlin, and she smeared supposedly fake shit on herself to own the conservatives. I cannot think anything more funny than watching liberals smear fake shit on themselves because they think that it's a good way to make fun of a conservative or a libertarian commentator that they really don't like. If I could get people to smear fake shit on themselves to make fun of me, I would do it. If I could find out a way to get people to do this because they thought it was this funny, I would absolutely do it in a heartbeat. Because I cannot think of anything more stupid than doing this because you think that this is like the best way to own the conservatives. Like, can you imagine you're like sitting on your computer, you're really mad over something that somebody said that you don't like. In this instance, Caitlin Bennett, Kent State gun girl, as we all know her. And you're like, I got it. I have a brilliant plan. She's gonna be so mad and embarrassed. I am gonna smear fake shit on myself to make her angry. Wow. What a brilliant plan. It's great. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Well, what could go wrong is you look like an idiot because now there's a photo of you where it looks like you actually shit yourself because you're trying to make fun of someone that you don't like. That's what could go wrong. So, like I said, this cosplayer did say that she's not a liberal. She was accused of it on her Facebook post, which last time I checked got an amazing 2,000 shares on Facebook. Wow, she basically went viral. Good for her. She did it. Like, that's it. She can basically have a career on the internet now. Good for her. So, the funny thing, well, first of all, I mean, you saw the photo. She's supposedly making fun of somebody that she doesn't like, but she is posing with her ass towards the camera. Like, even though she's making fun of someone that she hates and has fake poop smeared on herself, it's gotta be kind of sexy, right? Like, what is this, a scat fetish thing that I don't know about? I'm confused. I'm very confused. So, for those of you who don't know the backstory here, maybe that would help you out a little bit. There was actually a fake story of Caitlin Bennett that went around that was published by Kevin Clancy. Now, for those of you who don't know who Kevin Clancy is a Barstool Sports reporter who cheated on his pregnant wife. This is not alleged. He actually had to come out and publicly apologize for cheating on his pregnant wife. And this is the guy who decided to write a story about Caitlin, which, quite honestly, I don't know, she could probably sue him for defamation of something at this point. But this is the guy that wrote the fake story about Caitlin with one Snapchat that's been circulated around a bunch of times, obviously, because people think it's really funny, I guess. And Caitlin doesn't even drink or go to parties. And Kevin labeled that Snapchat as Caitlin in his story. And this is the story that got passed around that kind of started this whole thing. So now there is no real picture of Caitlin with shit on herself because she didn't actually do that. But there is a real photo of a cosplayer with fake paint made to look like shit on the internet. So there's not a picture of Caitlin actually like that, but there is a picture of this cosplayer like that. So obviously, like, don't go attack this person. I'm just talking about it because I think it's really funny. But I just can't imagine not liking someone so much that I'd smear fake poop on myself to try to embarrass them. I don't know how that logic works. A bunch of people did think it was really funny, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe shit jokes are peak comedy. I don't know, but I just thought it would be pretty funny to talk about. But, you know, the cosplayer did clarify in the caption of her photo on Instagram, which got an amazing 400 and something likes, that she's not political at all, but she just really hates Caitlyn. So I guess it's really cool to just like hate somebody without caring about politics. I don't know, that seems kind of contradictory to me. But whatever. I mean, I think it's funny now there's a picture of this cosplayer with fake poop. Well, I hope it is. I mean, she told me it was paint, but like, who really knows, you know? I don't know. I hope it's fake paint. She told me it was tempera paint. But you know, you never know. I guess I can't go back and look because she blocked me on Instagram. So I guess we'll never know. Oh, which by the way, I do think it is important that, as you see her caption here, said that she's not political at all, because actually I went and commented on her Instagram photo, and I said, dressing up like you shit yourself to own the conservatives. Brilliant. And I told her it was funny, like I wasn't being facetious. I actually do think this is really funny, but not because I'm laughing with her, because I'm laughing at her, because I just can't understand like the mindset that would be like, I'm gonna put a photo of myself that's gonna be on the internet forever of myself with fake shit on myself. Like, the internet is forever. I don't know why you would want to do that, but I guess if that's what you're into, that's cool. But we did have a little back and forth on her Instagram. It wasn't like nasty, like I wasn't like trying to attack her. I was just like trying to get across that this is just kind of silly. And her response was just kind of took me aback, because all I said was, you know, basically this is a silly idea. I don't understand like what would possess somebody to do that. And she responded, and she actually told me, even though supposedly she's not political, that she did tell me it was paint. And then she went on to tell me that if I'm standing up for a trans phobic, homophobic piece of shit, then I can get off her Instagram. And then I clarified that I'm not standing up for anything. I'm just laughing that you smeared paint on yourself to represent poop. Was that not the point? Like, am I not supposed to laugh? Which, of course, I am supposed to laugh, but not at her, with her. So, yeah. She accused me of standing up for phobias because I didn't think her poop joke was funny. So, I mean, I guess that's where we're at now. I guess that if you don't support poop jokes or think that it's a good idea to smear fake poop on yourself, that you hate those kinds of people. I didn't know that those kinds of people were into scat fetishes. That's you do you, you know. You do what you want with your life, I guess. You know. So that's that crazy story. I know, like, I tweeted about this and people are like, okay, this can't be real. You're lying. Like, nobody actually would smear fake poop on themselves. And actually a few people on the cosplayer's page said, I don't get like the brown stain thing, because like it's such a dead joke that Caitlyn did that because a guy who cheated on his pregnant wife wrote the article. So like that's who these people are siding with, is a dude that wrote a fake story that cheated on his pregnant wife. So like, if you're gonna accuse me of standing up for things that I don't, because you're totally not political but just don't like the person because of politics, because that makes sense, then I guess you're siding with the dude that cheated on his pregnant wife and had to publicly apologize for it because she found out about it and everyone knows about it. So, I mean, you know, everybody can do what they want and side with who they want, but that's not, I would not want to be spreading around a fake rumor written by somebody like that, that's for damn sure, but, you know. I guess if we can all make our own choices when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I'm all for like joke cosplays. I did a Wendy cosplay, you know. We all get in there. But I think the thing that was weird for me about this in particular is it's really obvious that this was just for internet clout. Like, this is an old screenshot. I don't know how many likes this post has now. But this was clearly all for internet clout. You know, it's really popular to hate on Caitlyn right now. Whether you think of it was understandable or not. But she, of course, immediately went and posted on her Facebook, well, I have all these new followers. Check out my Instagram. And her and I have about the same amount of followers on Instagram. Like, no hate there. There's nothing wrong with trying to get more likes on your page and get more followers, because as a cosplayer, you want to share what you're doing there. But I just thought it was kind of bizarre that you would immediately go post, oh, just got more followers, and people are obviously standing up for that. So she also posted on her Facebook, and these are public posts, like I'm not like trying to like friend her on Facebook and like creep and shit like that, but people did say that people did stand up for Caitlyn on her Facebook posts, and she posted and said, you know, I'm getting people saying I'm bullying her, but if you're standing up for, again, all the phobia words that we just randomly use, I guess, even though we're supposedly not political, then we should be able to take a poop joke. But like, I guess what she doesn't get is it's not that we're not getting the joke. Like, I get what the joke is supposed to be, but one, you're making a joke off of something that didn't happen, that you clearly didn't research. You just don't like the person so much that you're just pretending that you don't know that it's a fake story, which means one of two things. Either you're just sharing things without researching them at all and assuming they're true about people that you don't like just because, which is really weird. Like, I could assume that this cosplayer was liberal, but I saw people on her post say that about her, and she said, no, I'm not liberal, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, she's liberal. That's stupid. If I saw a post that someone said that this person that I don't like shit themselves, I'm not just going to believe it because I don't like that person and then not do any research. Like, this rumor has been debunked multiple times. There's a Snapchat from the article that is the photo that's being passed around. And that's not, like, her face is not in the photo. The photo that's being passed around is somebody face down on the floor with blonde, long hair at a party, which Caitlyn doesn't go to. Like, I love how people are like, whoa, how do you know, blah, blah. I talk to Caitlyn on a regular basis. And it just goes to show how much people are willing to believe about people that they don't like, which is kind of scary. Like, you don't like this person so much that you see a photo of them face down. It would be like if we took this photo of this cosplayer and we cropped out like the red hat and stuff, and we started passing it around and saying, oh, this cosplayer actually shit herself, look at this stupid person. And then when people said, hey, like, they didn't actually do that, it's just a cosplay, like, it's not real, we said, oh, well, how do you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't like what this person said on social media and what they do, so therefore it's okay for me to pass around a fake photo. That's stupid. I mean, I wouldn't do that. Apparently people don't share that opinion. I mean, you can do what you want, but in my opinion, it doesn't reflect really good on you if you're the one just believing whatever people say about somebody that you don't like. But of course, the defense that they make for that is, oh, well, if you don't think my poop joke's funny, then you're siding with people who are bigots. Because that makes sense, I guess. Like, you're either for me or against me, but I'm totally not into politics, but I'm willing to believe somebody that I don't like who's political. I don't know. It's also crazy. I just don't understand that what people are doing. I don't get it. I don't know. I can't imagine hating somebody so much that I'm going to dress up as a cosplay and fake shit myself. I don't know. And the funny thing is, I know that a lot of people commenting on the Facebook post are the kind of people who say that we shouldn't spread hate about other kinds of people. But if you disagree with them or disagree with their poop jokes, they say that you're siding with bigots and you support harassing people. So it's not okay for other people to be hateful, but it is okay for you to be hateful. That doesn't make sense. Like, I don't legitimately do not understand. But of course, anything for clout. And like, I get it, don't get me wrong, like, I cosplay. I have, 18 something thousand followers on Twitter. I get you want to get your name out there and like share your other cosplays. Like, this isn't like, this person does other cosplays. This is not like the first time she's ever done this. It's the first time she's smeared fake poop on herself, I think. I don't know, I didn't look into it that much, but I hope so. And people can make the jokes that they want to make. I'm just shocked that anybody would go to this length to make fun of someone that they don't like. But I mean, dedication, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I think the other funny thing is, as much of these people don't like Caitlyn, I hope they realize, like, her entire career is based off people doing things like this. Like, I saw people in the comments of the Facebook post being like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this for Halloween now. And I'm like, guys, the more, I understand they're getting online attention too, and that's what they want. But the more online attention you give Caitlyn, the more she's there. So like, I know that these people dislike her and they don't want to see her posts anymore or her videos. But you're keeping her relevant. Like, I hope these people realize that. Like, you're not silencing her. Like, she's not going to leave the internet because you dressed up and smeared fake shit on yourself. Like, I'm assuming she thinks it's pretty funny. I don't know. I don't really think she cares. She's got better things to do than look at photos of herself. But I really, I just don't understand. I don't get, like, I mean, do what you want, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess anything for like 2,000 likes, I guess. I just don't know, like, I get, another thing I struggle with, because I'm a cosplayer too, is I like I said, I get wanting to gain followers. But there's other ways to gain followers. But instead of like doing legitimate things, like I know this cosplayer has a Wendy cosplay that's funny, like when the whole Smug Wendy thing came out. Like, that's something that I did too. That's actually funny. Instead, you smear fake poop on yourself. Like, what happens if you get famous for smearing fake poop on yourself? I don't know. Like, I guess this person wouldn't care, obviously. But, I don't know. Craziness. So, yeah, I guess if you're, like, into scat fetish and stuff like that, like, follow this person. and enjoy. I guess everybody's got their own stuff that they do that. So okay, so let's move on to the next topic. I know when I tweeted that out, everyone's like, okay, you're joking, like no one did that, but no, somebody definitely did. So what else do we have to talk about? Let's talk about Right Wing Watch and CPAC. So it's almost 8 o'clock here, so I don't want to run out of time before we talk about CPAC. So for those of you that don't know, CPAC is a conservative conference that's held every year in DC. And they offer press passes to different people who are supposedly conservatives, or like conservative media or other things like that. The weird thing about this is I noticed on Twitter the other day that someone had tweeted out that Jared Holt with Right Wing Watch had got a press pass for CPAC. And I've never been to CPAC, full disclosure. I have people that I follow on Twitter that go to CPAC every year. It's not my thing. People have tried to get me to go. I'm not conservative, so no thank you. But people go and they network and they have tables for their organizations and try to get people to join and everything like that. And it's just basically there's panels you can go to and they have people speak. Donald Trump and Mike Pence, I believe, spoke at it last year, and they definitely both spoke at it this year too, or are going to speak at it again this year. So, I mean, most people know what CPAC is, so don't really need to explain that to most of you guys. But they gave out a press pass to Jared Holt. And for those of you who don't know who Jared Holt is, he is one of the people who runs Right Wing Watch. And Right Wing Watch is an organization that watches out for right-wing extremism when it comes to conservatism, and they've attacked multiple people, usually for little things, and they have hundreds. If you go to their website, they have hundreds of people that they list that we need to be watching out for right-wing extremism. And they got invited to CPAC, and they got a press pass. And other conservatives who are actually conservative and don't write hit pieces on other conservatives, some of them got denied press passes this year. So there was kind of a little bit of controversy about that. And some people did say that, well, you know, they're letting in dissenting opinions. So does it really matter if, like, they're letting Right Wing Watch into CPAC? But I compared the list of speakers that were invited to CPAC and then compared the list of people that are on Right Wing Watch's website for hate speech, various things like that, things that they've said that Right Wing Watch says we need to watch out for. And they're almost identical. Almost every single speaker that's invited to CPAC is one way or another mentioned on Right Wing Watch on their website. So CPAC is openly inviting someone who helps deplatform, get people fired for being conservative. Which, to me, there's a little bit of a difference between disagreeing with people and trying to get them fired and deplatformed and thinking that they shouldn't exist on the internet. So I guess CPAC doesn't agree with me, and they welcomed Jared Holt in and said, sure, Right Wing Watch, come into our conference where you can take videos and photos of conservatives and post them on your Twitter page like he did all day today. At first I thought it was a joke. I went to Jared Holt's Twitter, I'm like, there's no way. And sure enough, he posted a picture of himself with a press pass to CPAC, and he was there. So I tweeted out that this is modern conservatism in a nutshell. And some people were like, well, that's a good thing. You know, he's a different opinion. And I just said, okay, but like, do you invite foxes into the hen house? Because that's what you're doing. But that's why I said it's a good you know, it's a good example of what modern conservatism really is. It is bowing down to people that hate you. And I would like to say that the people that run CPAC and a lot of the speakers that are there, full disclosure, I don't know who gives out the press passes. I don't know who's in charge of that. I would like to think that they would be paying attention to who they give press passes out to. Obviously, they're paying attention. They've denied anybody can apply for a press pass, I think, but only a certain amount of people get them. And Jared Holt was one of them this year. And full disclosure, I don't know if he was invited in past years, but this is the first year, like I said, I don't attend CPAC, that I noticed that he was invited and he had tweeted about it. And I was so taken aback. I just can't believe, and I say I can't believe, but really I can. Because all modern conservatives do is apologize to leftist people and say, oh, we'll be good, like, we're really sorry we offended you. Come on into our conference, Jared Holt, who writes articles about how we're all bigots and we should be fired from our jobs. Come on down, walk around our conference and get sound bites from people probably, if anyone will talk to you and things like that. I can't imagine. So it's just a good example for me, and sorry if conservatives that follow me get mad, but this is why I've never called myself conservative, and I would never be conservative or use that label, and that's why I laugh when people try to call me that, because you guys are doing it to yourselves at this point. Like, you're openly inviting people in that hate you. And I would say the same thing about like a more liberal conference that invited like a super right-wing person in, which they would never do, by the way, because they're smart. They're not going to invite people that they don't agree with to a partisan conference, because that's the other thing. People are like, well, you should invite people with dissenting opinions to your conferences. And it's like, okay, but leftists aren't going to do that. They're not going to invite people with dissenting views to their conferences. That's the thing. They're not going to do that because they're smart. And unlike conservatives, you might disagree with things that liberals do and say and leftists, but they stand up and they gatekeep. And that's why they own culture, because they understand that there's standards and you can't just bend the knee every time someone demands that you do something, or think, oh, if I'm just nice enough, then they won't hate me. Yeah, they will. I'm not even a conservative and they hate me. So good luck, I guess. And I don't feel sorry for you, because I know the people that run CPAC, I would like to believe, I should say, that the people that run CPAC are not stupid enough to think that if they just bow down to these people, that they'll just stop writing nasty articles and trying to get them fired. So that leaves me with two options. Either they're so ignorant that they actually think that's going to work, though it hasn't for decades, which is why we are where we are culturally, or they're doing it on purpose and they know exactly what's going to happen, and they're setting their own people up to get fired and fail. And I don't really know why they would do that. I can't imagine what CPAC and Jared Holt have in common. Like, what do CPAC and Right Wing Watch have in common? I don't know. It's very strange. So I haven't got to the chat, so let's look at the chat here and see if we have any questions. People are saying they're surprised they let Jared Holt in. I'm not surprised at all, to be honest. Oh, somebody in Periscope people. Let's scroll up and see if. Someone said, surprised to hear you're not conservative based on your tweets. What would you consider yourself? Read my Twitter bio. Also, you're on Periscope, but like, go check out my YouTube. Like, I'm not conservative, and I regularly, you know, dump on conservatives. I'm an anarcho-capitalist. I'm libertarian. I'm not conservative. I'm not a leftist. I'm not socially liberal like a lot of these libertarians are, but I'm certainly not a conservative. I would never classify myself as a conservative. So I'm actually thinking about making a video because I keep getting people are labeling me as conservative because they're like, but your tweets are so conservative. I'm like, well, you're assuming that libertarians can't have more traditional beliefs when it comes to social values. And that terrifies me because there are actually quite a few libertarians that lean very conservative in their social values. So I don't think it's that weird, to be honest. But no, I'm not conservative. I'm an anarcho-capitalist. Definitely not Republican or Democrat or any of that garbage. So, yeah. What else are we going to talk about today? I'm just trying to read you guys' thoughts on the CPAC thing here. I like how people left because people in the Periscope chat, for the you guys that can't see it on the YouTube, they're like, I can't look at this picture anymore, I'm leaving. Funny. Why, guys? It's great. So I think it's 8:04. So if you guys have any questions, the last thing that we're going to talk about is coronavirus, which I know has kind of been talked about to death, but there's been some new developments. Someone on Periscope chat said, I think most conservatives don't like the idea of gatekeeping. I guess. I don't know. I might agree with that. And I guess you could say that's true, and that's the reason why they're failing. But it's really sad. I don't know. As Michael Mao says, conservatism is just progressivism driving the speed limit, and that's why we have CPAC inviting people like Jared Holt and Right Wing Watch who openly hate conservatives, and not even extreme ones, because they basically I think they would look at someone like Zuby's tweets and think he's extreme. So they'll probably look at my tweets and think they're extreme, which I think that's ridiculous, obviously, but you know, that's what happens, guys. So yeah, for anybody new, make sure you guys give this video a like if you're still in the YouTube chat. It helps me out a lot. And for anybody that's watching it back later on, I have an email, so I feel like people ask me questions about things all the time that I feel like are obvious if you followed me for a while. Like, am I a conservative? It's in my bio. My political beliefs are right at the top of my profile, but okay. But I understand there's probably like 300 newbies in the chat, so I guess that'd be an example of people not knowing. So I guess let's talk about the coronavirus. Oh wait, there's some comments in the YouTube chat. Pastor G in the YouTube chat said, just want to say that my daughter is a huge fan of your cosplay and you've inspired her. Thank you. That's awesome. I have a lot more cosplay content coming out. I've been slacking. I just did a Girls Frontline cosplay. I have my prop that I actually finally got from China that I ordered January 3rd that didn't get here till last Friday, I think it was. So it took almost 2 months to get here, which, you know, shipping from China is not bad, but I was very surprised because usually this company is pretty good about shipping props, but I was very surprised that it took so long. So yeah, I had a parent reach out to me once on Facebook, and her daughter drew me this little picture of like one of her favorite anime characters, and she was like holding it up in the photo, and she told me that her daughter really likes my cosplay. So that really makes me smile. I talked about this on the last stream, but that's one of the reasons why I cosplay, because I like the fandoms. Like, I like when people come up to me and I'm dressed as their favorite character and they get excited, or like people like Pastor G or the lady that messaged me on Facebook last year tell me that like their kids really like my cosplays, and that's why I do have some sexier cosplays, but I don't do like the like more risque cosplaying that a lot of other people do, because apparently a lot of kids like my cosplay, so I guess that's a good thing. That's cool. It's cool that I'm like inspiring younger kids too. Guys, you're cracking me up in the Periscope chat. Yeah, no, my package didn't have coronavirus, guys. It's fine. I took precautions. Hey to everyone joining the Periscope chat. Welcome to the stream. We're about to talk about Corona-chan. Should we like find a picture of Corona-chan? I feel like we should, to throw up on the screen. Low-key Corona-chan is really cute. Like, I know that's like not really good to say, but whatever. So, I know coronavirus has been talked to death, but I've had people kind of freaking out and like asking me questions and being like, should I be worried? What should I do? I had one of my friends text me that's from Ohio earlier today, and he's like, so should I be worried or not? Because I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, I would slowly start stocking up on water and stuff like that, just in case, because I know people make fun of like prepping for that kind of stuff, but it's just like smoke detectors in your house or a first aid kit. I would rather have something and not need it than need something and not have it. And especially when it is something so serious. I mean, obviously the United States is not China yet, but things are getting very serious in a few places overseas. South Korea is having a serious outbreak. Japan actually just announced, I can't remember if I saw this morning or last night, that they are closing all schools in Japan for the month of March to try to get their coronavirus cases under control and stop the spread of it, because it's obviously being spread in schools. That's where kids are all day, and you're in a big gathering, so it's pretty likely that that's gonna happen. So sorry, I'm just trying to add something to the screen here. It's scary. I mean, I'm not saying people should worry like a huge amount, but you know, you never know. It's hard to tell with this kind of stuff. I do think that anybody going around telling people not to stock up on things and being like, it's just a coof, bro. It's just a little coof. It's just like the flu. you're being very irresponsible. I'm not saying you need to go full doomsday prepper, but it's irresponsible to not be prepared for at least, I would say, a month of supplies, or to start slowly buying water bottles and medication, because people forget a lot of things in the United States do come from China, made in China, and those products could stop production. That's how bad things are getting in China. Some manufacturers for clothing over there are just shutting down, and some medication may come from over there and may not be available if this gets bad enough in the United States and China. So you never know. So anybody saying, oh, it's just a cough, whatever, you're being irresponsible. Stop telling people this is just the flu. I saw someone say the other day that the only people that need to worry are immunocompromised people. That's stupid. Even if only immunocompromised people are worrying about this, why would you tell people not to be prepared for a disaster just in case it happens? That would be like if a city that's along a river was about to get a rainstorm and they were having trouble predicting exactly how much rainfall they were going to get. You wouldn't tell those people, oh, like, don't worry about it. You're on the floodplain, but it's probably fine. It hasn't happened in a few years, so I'm sure it won't. Or it hasn't happened, so that means it won't ever happen. That's very irresponsible and very dangerous. And I have a hard time believing, quite honestly, that some people aren't purposely telling people not to worry on purpose. I know obviously the media likes to make people panic and get people all, up in arms about things, but I don't think it's bad to be potentially prepared for something like this. I'm not saying you have to go prepper, like I said, but I don't see anything wrong with just buying some extra cases of water bottles if you need to, or some rice and beans just in case things get really bad, or just get a mask just in case. So I think it's super, super irresponsible to tell people just not to worry. Somebody in the Periscope chat said, Rush is the best band ever. Sorry, carry on. Oh, thank you. Like, people in my YouTube chat are saying that the closed case death rate is 10%. That is a lot of people, guys. It's really easy to look at population size and think, oh, well, it's only 10%. Those are people. There are people behind those numbers that are dying, and you're telling people, don't worry, bro, it's just a coof. What? What are you doing? This lady, she might be dangerous. Be prepared. I'm just saying. So somebody in Periscope, getting a little bit off topic here of coronavirus, somebody in Periscope said, WM Crucial said 5 minutes ago, sorry, hopefully you're still watching, how often do you go to conventions? Well, I wanted to go to a lot of conventions this year, but I'm kind of holding off until after May. I will be at let's see, I'm planning to go to 3 to 4 conventions this year. One for sure, I will be at Anime St. Louis in Missouri. I hopefully, and this is all if coronavirus gets under control, because obviously I'm not going to be traveling a lot if it gets too crazy. That's like the worst thing you could do if this is actually gonna get bad. So I'll be at that convention in Missouri. I'm hoping to go to Anime Midwest, which is in Rosemont, which is a suburb of Chicago, roundabouts that area. That's in July, I believe. And what is the other convention? And I'm also potentially planning on going to, maybe, I don't know, now San Antonio is having all these coronavirus outbreaks, so I'm also potentially going to go to San Japan in San Antonio. Again, this is all if coronavirus calms down, so my plan is always to get to This year it'll be 3 to 4 conventions. I'll post a list when I finalize my convention lineup. It'll probably be mostly Midwestern and Southern, but we'll see. Like I said, subject to change because of all this craziness that is of course going on the first year that I'm settled into the new place and married and all that, and can finally travel to these conventions, which is really sad. But when I do come up with a convention lineup, as long as Corona Chan over here calms down, I will be sure to post it on my Twitter and my Facebook page, so you guys can find it there. If you're a newbie, I've gained like 200 to 300 followers in the past few days on Twitter from various tweets. You can find all my social media links, Instagram and all that, in my pinned tweet at the top of my Twitter. Whenever you guys are done watching the stream, you can pop over there, and I always post updates of where I'm going to be when it comes to conventions on stuff like that and on Twitter. So, yeah. Kyle's in the Periscope chat. Hey Kyle, how's it going? It's going good. Just talking about good old Corona Chan. Somebody on YouTube said that Dr. John Campbell is a good person to follow for Corona Chan updates. Thank you for stopping by, 36 Magnum. Appreciate your views. How about this? After the stream, I'll post my top 5 Rush songs for you. Thanks for stopping by. Kyle in the Periscope chat said, I'm always in university when you stream, but I skipped today. Okay, well, I guess I support that. I'll probably stream for like 20 more minutes, so you're just now catching it, so that's cool. Why is somebody just saying whiskey ? In my YouTube chat? That's so funny. Oh, and if you're just joining the stream, oh no, Caitlin's in the YouTube chat. No, I don't have super chats on. I'm actually not qualified for super chats. You have to have a certain amount of hours watched to qualify for super chats. But if you guys want, I always have my email up during streams, and I mean, anybody can donate to my Ko-Fi if they want, but no, I don't have super chats up because I'm not qualified yet. I don't have enough hours watched on my channel to qualify for that, so. Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, YouTube has changed recently. Well, actually, it was either last year or maybe in 2018, how super chats work. You have to have over 1,000 subscribers. You have to have, what are the requirements? I'm having trouble remembering. You have to have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You also have to have, I think it's 4,000 hours watched over the course of a year on your YouTube channel. And you also have to apply to be a partner with YouTube, and they have to accept you. So no, I don't have super chats. Yeah, Volnas is asking, is it the same amount of hours and stuff required for monetization, or are they different? Yeah, I believe it's the same required for monetization. Wait, no, it can't be. It might be, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't looked into it. I don't really care about like super chats a huge amount. People donate to my Ko-Fi from Twitter all the time. Anybody's free to do that, but I don't really care about super chats. So sorry, Caitlin, you can't give me any money. So, yeah. So, oh, Kofifi is in the Periscope chat. Hi, Fifi. How are you doing? Kyle on Periscope is asking, since you're doing lists, now people are going to ask for music lists. I told one of my other people that I do my top 5 Rush songs. Kyle is asking me for my top 5 Megadeth songs, so sure, I guess I will do that. By the way, guys, now that we've covered all the topics, if you guys have any other topics that you think I didn't get to or you want to talk about, feel free to bring them up and we'll chat about those. So yeah. Caitlin, if you really want to give you my money, you can donate to my Ko-Fi. Like, damn. Fifi in the Periscope chat is saying, how was your day? My day was really good. Hopefully yours was good too. Fifi, do we have any updates on your gal Melody? How's she doing? I have not seen the new My Hero Academia movie. Full disclosure, I think My Hero Academia is Green Naruto and I can't get into it. And now it's at the point where the fans of the show, not you, Fifi, I'm so sorry, but I should say a lot of the fans of the show, because I have cosplay friends that really like it, but a lot of the fans of the show are really, really, they're just vicious, man. They just come after you, and now they're like, the My Hero Academia stans are going to come get me, but I haven't watched it. I can't get into it. It's just Green Naruto. I find high school anime, for the most part, pretty boring, so I just can't get into it. The concept is cool. It's got really good fight scenes in the original story, but so no, I haven't seen the new movie. I have heard it's good. Like, have you seen it, Fifi? It's like, what's your opinion on it? 36 Magnum on Periscope is asking me if I'm pro weed. What does that mean? Like, do I think people should be able to smoke weed? Yes. Do I? No. I've never done any drugs, unless alcohol counts, which I personally think it does. I don't drink that much. I've never done drugs. It's not my thing. I know I'm a terrible libertarian. I don't smoke pot. My weed. But yeah, I mean, people can do what they want to do when it comes to that. It's not my thing. So it depends on what you mean by pro. Am I pro as in, yes, I personally do it and I think everyone should do it? No. Do I think people should be able to if they want? Yeah. Okay, what's going on in the YouTube chat? Kyle in the YouTube chat is asking if I talked about the Democratic debates. No, Kyle in the YouTube chat, I have not talked about the Democrat debates because I don't care, and they're a shit show, and none of them are gonna beat Donald Trump. So, and I don't have to tell you guys what I think about Trump. I'm not Republican, but it's just pathetic. I still think Hillary, it's gonna be a split convention, and none of the candidates are gonna get nominated that's going to be an absolute shit show, and Hillary Clinton is going to come in and be like, hello, I am your savior, it's my turn again. Is that her hashtag? Hashtag it's her turn again, because it didn't work the first time. Yeah. I would rather watch My Hero Academia than the Democratic debate, but that's not saying much, as Fifi just said in the Periscope chat. Ugh. Caitlin is asking in the YouTube chat what my favorite animal is. My favorite animal? My favorite animal is the tiger. I have a stuffed animal from when I was like 3 or 4 that my grandma bought me. That's a tiger, and tigers are pretty cool. Wolves are also really cool, but tigers are my top animal. Which is funny because I hate cats. But there's just something so majestic about the big cats of the animal kingdom that I find really cool. So tigers are my favorite. Okay, what's going on in Periscope here? 36 Magnum, I hope you mean like you hope I blow up in a good way and not in the bad way. I'm assuming you mean that in a good way because you've been pretty nice in the chat. So like I said, I like have a few new followers, so like if anybody wants to subscribe or give the video a like, that helps me out a lot. Like I said, I'm not like big on monetization. I do want to get up to YouTube partnership because I want to see how quickly it takes me to get banned off YouTube, because let's be real, we all know that's coming when I apply for partner. So if I actually start posting on my YouTube, besides live streams, that is, which it's a toss-up, as anybody knows that's been subscribed to me for a long time. So yeah. Oh, people are like asking me what kind of tiger. I mean like Bengal tigers. Of course, Caitlin thinks that a cat is a good choice because Caitlin likes cats. I don't. But yeah. Ty Bent VT in the YouTube chat is asking if I've ever fired a firearm. Yes, I grew up hunting with my dad. Deer hunting, turkey hunting, that kind of stuff, so yes. Kyle in the YouTube chat's asking if I'm going to see Ava 3.0 plus 1, or am I in the camp that the original is all that matters? I think I talked about this on Twitter with somebody recently. When it comes to Evangelion, like, I like the original series. I'm not that big on the movies. Like, I genuinely just, like, enjoy the original series. So, no, I probably won't watch the new movie that comes out, to be honest. I honestly don't even know when it's going to come out. Which is probably bad because like supposedly I'm a fan, but like I said, I just like the original, original series, not even the movies. I watched them obviously, but like meh. For anybody that's asking like how you donate to my Ko-Fi, if you want, on Twitter, if you, here, let me see if I can log in. And like guys, this is just so you know, like this is, if you want to donate, cool. If not, like I don't push my Ko-Fi link a lot. Sometimes people donate. I don't. People think because I have 18,000 followers that like cosplay is my job and I make a lot of money from it. No, cosplay is just a little side hobby for me. That is all. So I don't know if that link will actually work, but I just linked my Ko-Fi in the Twitter chat if anybody wants. John in the YouTube chat is asking what my favorite anime is this season. I don't typically watch seasonal anime. The most recent anime that came out that I watched is Demon Slayer, which is amazing. I know people are crapping on it because they're like, oh, only normies are really like Demon Slayer and think it's the greatest anime ever. The animation's beautiful, the story's beautiful, the entire thing's breathtaking, and I don't care if you think that's not true. Also, if you've seen Demon Slayer, which is an anime for anybody that doesn't follow, that's not familiar with this, I'll be cosplaying Shinobu, Butterfly Mama from Demon Slayer pretty soon. Pretty excited about that. She's got short hair, so I'm kind of scared about that. But her outfit's gorgeous. I've got the costume and the wig and everything ready to go. So, yeah, I'm super excited about it. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel like I waited to cosplay till like the hype was over of Demon Slayer, but so many people are cosplaying it. I feel like it'll still be cool. Excuse my typing noises here. Okay. Oh, Kyle in the YouTube chat says Demon Slayer, Fire Force, and Shield Hero were the best shows last year. Yep, Shield Hero is amazing. I did a Raftalia cosplay. She's great. I actually want to cosplay Nafumi, the guy from the show, too. It would be my first crossplay, which for anybody that doesn't know what that is, that's like where people... that's where people cosplay as the opposite gender that they are. So that could be pretty interesting, but I don't have that costume or anything yet. I've seen Dr. Stone. People are asking me about that. I watched 2 episodes of it, and the animation's really cool, but I'm going to be really honest, I couldn't get into the story. I know a lot of people like it, so I'd recommend checking it out. I'm not going to tell you not to watch it, because I only watched 2 episodes and couldn't get into it, but I have heard it's pretty good. I also couldn't get into Fire Force. I don't like the animation style of it, and I find the characters pretty annoying, and I don't think the story is interesting, which I know is like a really unpopular opinion, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. To me, Fire Force, I know it's not a sports anime, but it like comes off like that, like it's just about like, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. I'm just making excuses. I feel like the only reason Fire Force is popular is because it's the anime studio that burned down, so everybody felt like they had to support it, and they just act like they like it, which sounds really bad, but I can't get into it. I'm not saying like if you do like it, you have bad taste, like it's whatever, but couldn't get into that either. Kyle in Periscope chat says, please, I need to know your favorite Minecraft block. I don't play Minecraft. I'm not a boy. Like Minecraft for like people that I know is for guys who like to build things. I can't get into Minecraft. I don't get it. I don't get it. So sorry, Kyle. I don't have an answer for you about the Minecraft block. He said blocked and unfollowed. Well, fine. Bye then. Frank in the Periscope chat says, sup? Not much. Just hanging out. Guys, I'm probably going to stream for like 15 more minutes. So if you got any questions, let me know. 36 Magnum in the Periscope chat said, just to be contrarian, I follow you because of everything aside from cosplay. I like your views and I like how you express your views. Thanks, that means a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't, like, It's not actually not that weird. Like, if you're a new follower, people tend to say, like, sorry, I don't follow you for cosplay. Like, no big deal. But it's fine. A lot of people don't follow me for cosplay. My Twitter is the only place where I talk about literally everything plus my cosplay. My Instagram, I have a cosplay Facebook page. I don't talk about anything else besides a cosplay on any other platform. So it's totally cool if you don't like my cosplay. Not everybody's into that, or anime. It's not a big deal. Frank's asking if I like any horror animes. No, I wouldn't say I liked any horror animes. I don't like horror films. I read horror. I really like Stephen King's books, even though he's a nutbag on Twitter. But I don't watch horror or go to the movie theaters to see it or watch any anime related to it because I'm a baby. I have too big of an imagination for that stuff. Pleb of Reason in the YouTube chat is asking if I've stocked up already on essentials. Yeah. Uh, 36 Magnum, do you ever go on Periscope? Is asking, do you ever go old school and play games of your dad's day? Mario. I don't know how old you think I am, but my dad definitely doesn't play video games. And also, I grew up playing Mario, the Super Mario Brother, Mario Super Deluxe on my Game Boy Color. So, so yeah, I've played Mario. And he said my cosplay's rad. Thanks, appreciate it. I know a lot of people like aren't into that. They're like, oh, it's pretty cool though. Looks pretty cool. Actually, we talked about Zuby at the beginning of this podcast. When I went on Zuby's podcast, he's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. And I'm like, that's cool. It's pretty weird when you really think about it. Ray's 5 horror anime. If Tokyo Ghoul is horror, then I love the first 2 seasons. I didn't like Tokyo Ghoul. I couldn't watch Tokyo Ghoul. It was too gory for me. I told you guys I'm a baby. I meant it. I can't watch it. Even though it's like animated blood, I can't do it. I couldn't get into it. Also, I heard they kind of really screwed up the anime. And the mangas, and it just went downhill really fast. So I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it. I know a lot of people love it though. It's okay. We can all have our other opinions. Pleb of Reason's asking, oh, did you see that video of the anime, or of the Australian MP wanting to ban Goblin Slayer, the anime? Yeah, and he was talking about Arrow Manga Sensei, and he was talking about, I forget what other anime he was talking about. I quote tweeted him, and I was like, I can't believe these politicians are trying to ban anime, but they all abuse actual children. And know people that do, that are elites in government. Hilarious. In a really dark way. Like, it's so stupid. They're just drawings, bro. Frank is asking if I watch romance animes. No. The closest thing to a romance anime that well, it is a romance. It's a rom-com. It's like slice of life rom-com, I guess. I love Toradora. Taiga is my favorite anime character. But besides that, no, I'm not really into romance animes. I like action stuff, sci-fi stuff, anything that's got like a kind of weird plot and like cute characters. I'm 26. I just turned 26 last December. Attack on Titan, no. I actually just talked about this. I went on Liberty Talks podcast with John Douglas on Twitter, who's a host of the podcast, and he asked me if I liked Attack on Titan because he really likes it, and I hate it. I know I just sound like an edgelord because it sounds like I'm complaining about really popular stuff, but I do like some really popular stuff. Like, I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's really good. I really enjoyed Shield Hero, which is popular, Demon Slayer, which is popular. Like, I don't just hate things that are popular, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into Attack on Titan, and then I heard it ended up being garbage anyway, so. I hate Attack on Titan because I guess it's not spoilers at this point because obviously it's been out for a while. I hate Attack on Titan because Attack on Titan at one point just became like the person producing the anime was like, you know that meme of Oprah where she's like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. It was like, you're a Titan, you're a Titan, you're a Titan, you're a Titan. Like, that's not interesting to me. Also, the story just wasn't interesting to me. Like, I don't know. And I don't like the animation style at all. I'm like an animation geek. If the animation's beautiful and the story's garbage, I might actually just watch it just to look at the animation. So, I just can't get into it at all. I'm really sorry. He said no with a crying face. I feel like I just crushed his dreams. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Cass is speaking some other language in the chat, in the YouTube chat, and I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm forgetting to talk about something on my list, but I guess I covered everything. Frank in the Periscope chat said you're the first person who doesn't like AOT. I don't know, a lot of my friends don't like it, so I don't really think that's real. I know it's really popular, like I realize like a lot of people like it, I just don't like it. I think it's really overrated. Oh, first person that you know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not saying like, I don't know, people have different tastes. It's just not my thing. Sorry, I'm trying to look at my list of stuff I had that I wanted to talk about to make sure I'm not forgetting anything that I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Oh, kind of getting back to coronavirus. Did you guys see that Ray Ray's, I have seen your anime taste in the chat, and we have exactly opposite taste in anime. I can tell you that right now. Like, almost every anime you've said that you liked, I just don't liked. So, sorry. Yeah, Frank in the Periscope chat says, no hard feelings, everyone has different tastes. Yeah, it's all love, man. That's why there's so many different anime, because we can all like different ones. And we can poke fun at each other. So what was I gonna say? Oh, about coronavirus. So I don't know if you guys saw on my Twitter, but I actually posted 4 Iranian officials have actually come down with coronavirus. And I don't know if you guys saw, but there's actually a video of a press conference of one of the officials being like, we do not have coronavirus. And the man is sweating and coughing during the interview. And sure enough, now he has it. I'm just saying, shady stuff's going down, and y'all need to be prepared. That is all I'm saying. Yeah, 36 Magnum in the Periscope chat said 36 Corona bit. Oh my gosh. What about the vice president? Was it the vice president that was in the press conference for Iran? I didn't realize it was the vice president. Cass, never trust the government. Amen. Look at this shirt. If you can't trust people with freedom, how can you trust people with power? That's what the shirt says. Oh, it was the Minister of Health that was saying that they don't have coronavirus, and now he has it. Amazing. The ambassador for the Vatican died? Someone's saying in my YouTube chat. And the VP is sick? Are we really trying to say shady things aren't going on here, guys? Ray says, did you check out the debate with Stefan Molyneux and Vaush the commie? No, I already talked about that earlier. I don't care. Vaush is a pompous asshole, and I have no interest in watching or hearing his voice ever again. I've seen too many clips of him raging. I have heard that the Pope could potentially be sick. Like, not to piss off any Catholics, but I have heard that. I did see an article about that. I don't know if they're just fear-mongering or what. Because he just supposedly met with a bunch of corona victims, I guess. Frank in the Periscope chat says, speaking of corona, here in Mexico, a suspected cruiser got rejected by the Jamaica's port. Now the president is welcoming because it's humanitarian to accept rejects. Oh no. Wow, Jamaica's based, guys. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Vaush. Is that even how you say it? Is it Vaush? How do you even say his damn name? I don't even know. The guy's weird. You can tell he's just one of those people that's very, very full of himself and very prides himself in being intellectual. It's like, yeah, okay, buddy. Alright guys, I think I've talked all the subjects, about the subject I wanted to talk about here. Thanks for everyone just stopping by. I had about the same amount of viewers last time I think that I had this time. This is really great. For those of you who are new, I do comfy streams, which is what I call this, every Thursday night from around 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time, U.S. Central Time. So you can convert that into whatever time zone you guys are in. I know I have some international people stopping by, so thanks guys so much. I know it's probably early or late, depending on where you guys are from. So I really appreciate you guys popping in and saying hi. And if you're new and you're watching on Periscope, like I said, check out all my social media links at the top of my Twitter. It's my pinned tweet. You can find all my social media platforms. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And like I said, every stream that I do will be available after this video ends. It takes an hour or so at least to render on YouTube because these videos are 1.5 to 2 hours long usually when I stream. But you can actually go back and watch some of my old streams too if you'd like. It really helps me out with YouTube views and stuff like that. If you just want to know different topics that I've talked about in the past or learn a little bit more about me. And thank you guys so much for stopping by. This was really great. I'm glad we had some things to talk about tonight. Be sure to share the video and hashtag FreeZuby, guys. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Have a good night, guys. Or morning, depending on where you're from.